5 summers ago, due to unrelenting U.S. pressure on Israel to drive Jews out of their homes in Gaza and to cede the land of Israel to Muslims to create a hostile enemy Palestinian state right in their backyard, God delivered upon American shores Hurricane Katrina, which taught Americans a lesson. It drove Americans in the Gulf Coast out of their homes, no different than the Americans, the Israelis that were driven out of their homes. Mida keneged mida in Hebrew, which means measure for measure. God acts with the world in a measure for measure sense of a state of justice. That's how he judges the world, and that's how he monitors the world and runs the world. He does measure for measure with mankind. Recently, on the anniversary of Israel's Independence Day, President Barack Hussein Obama, whose policy is to force a Palestinian state at Israel's expense, announced that he was abandoning Israel to the hostile Arab oil interests in the UN and would no longer oppose Arab oil condemnation resolutions against Israel from the UN. The BP Arab oil rig off of America's Gulf Coast blew up the very next day. This was on April 19th, when he decided this policy, and on April 20th, which was Israel's Independence Day, is when this was announced. This policy was announced to the world as the new resolution of the American, the new administration's determination of what they were now going to do vis-a-vis Israel in the UN. So April 19th, which coincides with the birthday of Nazi founder Adolf Hitler, forcing Jews out of Israel to make a Palestinian state, to make it vulnerable to a Muslim crusade or a Vatican crusade to reconquer Jerusalem, seems to be the push here with this policy change. Impeach Obama before more Americans are forced out of their homes, and he invites more divine judgment against our country, which has been so blessed for so many years. We would hate to think of anything happening to America, and in light of something even more disastrous happening to Israel than happened in Gush Katif, where only 8,000 Jews were sent packing out of their homes against their will. The West Bank holds 300,000 plus Jews. To make it 50 times as great an event would certainly spell disaster, and I could see already in place the spillage of the oil in the Gulf, which is unabated 60 some odd days into the event here, that it is hemorrhaging blood, the lifeblood of America, and the economy is taking a hit, and good people are losing their homes. No, this could be an advanced plague for anything that Israel is going to be forced to concede in the coming weeks and months. Heed the warning. Don't make it that it has to get any worse. Don't make it that there has to be even more plagues. This Gulf disaster is bad enough. It threatens the entire eastern seaboard, if not the European coastline as well. And we have to now impeach Obama for policies that are against the will of the people of America, that are endangering the safety and security and the viability of the American people economy and the livability of the land. God is in heaven watching down from us, upon us. May He bless us all to make the right decisions in the next few weeks and months of what we have to do to save our country.